National Hockey League. Score! The Kings are the 2014 Stanley Cup champions.
Two great teams, San Jose, the Los Angeles Kings.
Really hard.
They meet again just as they did last year, and it was an epic series, 7 games last year in the playoffs.
You know, we drew San Jose yet again, a team that obviously we're very familiar with, have developed quite a hatred for each other over the past few seasons.
Personally, I felt that San Jose entering the playoffs was the best team in the NHL on paper.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably one of our biggest rivals, if not the biggest, being Pacific Division rivals for years.
You know, it's a very hostile environment. You know, we felt it through the course of the season. Every time that you go in there, the Beat LA chants are going.
Those fans come there with that passion to beat LA and eliminate the Kings, because the year before the Kings beat them in Game 7 in LA to knock them out of the playoffs.
This had all the makings of a great series to watch. Two teams that I think a lot of people around the NHL would not have been surprised if they went a long way in the playoffs.
A lot of people were saying whoever gets out of that series is going to win the cup.
I talked to Daryl near the end of the season, and he said, we haven't been in this situation where we're set in our standings before. We've always been fighting to get in. He was a little worried, a little concerned about how the team would come out, and rightly so.
With the circle, sends it across, tip, score! Hurdle! Back comes San Jose, Marleau in the zone, gets it back and scores!
The Sharks were surgical. The shots they were scoring, I mean, I know Jonathan Quick was allowing all these goals, but it was outnumbered attacks, and they picked corners.
Part of it was them and part of it was us. We didn't play our game.
Burns picked it off and just fired it down into the empty net. 6-3 Sharks.
The second game, the Kings get the first 2 goals and lead 2-0, and I think, okay, we're back on our game. And then they give up 7 consecutive goals, and I couldn't believe it.
What's happening here? They give up, 12, 13 goals in the first 2 games in San Jose, and all of a sudden they're down 2 games to none.
And that the last thing you want to do is go down 3-0 to San Jose. They're too good of a team.
Now picked up by Marleau, backhander, he scores! And the Sharks take a 3-0 lead.
San Jose wins that game in overtime, so all of a sudden you're looking at a Kings team that's giving up 17 goals in the first 3 games against a very good team, and you're wondering, how is this happening? Why is it happening? And when is it going to end?
Maybe this is the year for the Sharks. They are looking really good right now.
No matter what paper you looked at or internet report or news station, you know, you're down 3-0, the series is over.
We thought this was going to be a grueling series. The team's going to have to play LA. Even if they win, it's going to be tough.
That's right.
This could be a short series.
Only 3 teams in the long 97-year history of the NHL have ever come from a 3-0 deficit to win a playoff series.
When you talk to the players, the Kings players, they're not phased.
Being down 3-0, you know, now it's our turn to sweep them.
You know, there's a lot of confidence in ourselves and what we can do, and we just hadn't done it yet. We just knew that we had to make a decision right then and there to turn things around.
I think it can be done. It's going to be very hard for sure, but I also think we have the character in this locker room.
We have full confidence we can do it. No one in here is going to tell us that we can't.
We won't go quietly away, that's for sure.
Side, they come across the line, 3-on-2, a shot, knocked down, score on the rebound.
We didn't have a feeling we had to win 4 straight. We had a feeling we had to win 1 game at home.
They go in the power play. Up to center ice, pass on the right wing side, played by Williams. He shoots and a save. Niemi, rebound, score!
You know, we couldn't worry about Game 7 before we won Game 4.
We will have a Game 5 Saturday night in San Jose.
For me, the turning point in the series was Game 5.
Picks it up, feeds right side to Foley, shot, score! Back to Dustin Brown, a shot save, score!
Game 5, we dominated. I think the score was 3-0, but it wasn't even close. Our team just dominated that game.
I remember coming off the ice and thinking now we have the momentum, but more importantly, they're starting to think maybe they're slipping away.
That was the first time I thought, okay, the Kings are going to win this series.
And I don't think there's any question that there was a lot of doubt creeping into a number of the San Jose Sharks, especially the players that have been there over the years.
Before the series began, most thought it would be physical, which it's been, and most thought it would be a long series. Well, in a roundabout way, it now is as we head into Game 6.
There's no way we were losing Game 6 back at home.
Doughty in the San Jose zone, pass in front, score! Gary shoots, tipped, and a save, rebound in front, and score! The Kings score on the rebound. Side to White King. King in front, tip, save, rebound, score! Kopitar! And the Kings lead 3-1. Now picked up left side, Martinez shoots, tipped in front, score! The Kings have stormed back from down 3-0 to tie it 3-3.
And now the series is 3-3. San Jose is so messed up in their head, even though they're going home, that the Kings probably have a good chance to win.
It's up here. It's mentally. You can't take any shortcuts. You gotta almost trick your mind.
They've got to be wondering what's going on. They don't want to have to go through this, be one of the few teams in the league to have to surrender a 3-0 lead.
And I can recall very vividly walking in and seeing the faces of the San Jose Sharks players. Their heads were down, the swagger, the confidence that they had early on in the series. It wasn't there anymore.
And then it's Game 7.
Tonight it's Game 7 between the Kings and San Jose Sharks. Irwin with a shot, score!
And they score first. It really didn't bother the Kings.
Kings with a shot, scored! Doughty ties the score at 1-1.
And then Andrei Kopitar scored his goal.
On right wing, Williams moves into the right circle. Williams centering pass.
When he got the puck, it was like everything stopped. The arena got silent.
Deeks scores! Andrei Kopitar!
That's what great players do. They slow things down and at circumstances when it shouldn't be. And he made it look so easy, and he puts it in the back of the net.
We had nothing to lose. They had one game to try and put us away, and they failed to do so.
Pearson to Toffoli, a shot. He scores!
It bounces off the boards in deep. Kings are going to go for an empty net. Score! And the Kings climb to the top of this mountain is complete.
They have won the series after they trailed 3-0.
Did this really happen? Have we just seen something that has been rarely done in not only the NHL, but in sports?
The Kings have done something only now 4 teams in the history of the league have ever done.
And when you start thinking about what was accomplished in that one series, it's absolutely incredible.
Gabrick had said after it was over, he says, when we were down 3-0, you wouldn't have known. You could have guessed we were up 3-0.
So I remember getting through security, getting on the bus, and Dean gave me a big bear hug, and those are generally reserved for when we win a big trophy.
Well, those are those special moments in sports that you can't put a price tag on. It's a sense of pride in those players and to be associated with them.